rocked the River State capital, Port Harcourt, on Monday, with members of the People's Democratic Party clashing with the main opposition, All Progressives Congress. Arise News earlier spoke with the chairman of Ikwere local government area, Dr. Samuel Wanosike, who made some spurious allegations. But for the sake of clarification, we are now being joined by our correspondent, Andy Omano, who had been on ground covering the situation in the state. Andy, thank you for joining us. Could you tell us exactly what it is that transpired in the state capitol yesterday up until today?
Okay, thank you so much, Sokwe, for this opportunity. It's been, I think it's right to say, Port Harcourt, the River State capital, has been on the boil since yesterday. No thanks to the political face-off between the governing party here, the PDP, and the main opposition political party, the APC. It's all over who gets, certified true copies of the March 18th governorship election held here first from the electoral umpire. Last week, Friday, the APC, led by the governorship candidate Tonye Cole, visited the INEC office here. Unfortunately, he didn't meet up with the REC, but he had a telephone conversation with the REC, who had promised that he should come back yesterday, being Monday, brand new week, for him to pick up the CTC documents. But yesterday morning, in the early hours of yesterday, that was about 5:36, PDP supporters took over all entrances leading into the INEC office. And their grouse was that the electoral umpire should not be selective in releasing the certified true copies of the last election result alone to one political party. That if the INEC is going to do that, it should assemble all other political parties and present the CTC documents to them at once. And as I speak with you today, they are still at the INEC entrance, two of the major entrances. They are here today for the second day running, and they had said they weren't going to leave here till Friday this week, when hopefully they are of the view that INEC will do the needful. According to them, the needful INEC should do is releasing the CTC documents to all political parties, not just the APC. Going back flashly to yesterday, there was crisis when the APC governorship candidate tried to access the INEC office from the GRO end of the ever-busy Port Harcourt city. And as at the time Tonye Cole got in, this was about 11:30 in the morning, the crowd got into a frenzy, and they got restive, I must say. And all that happened are there for everybody to see. There was release of tear gas canisters, there was shooting in the air, and there was stoning of the APC governorship candidate with bottles of pure water and sachet water. He had said, I must say, that the APC, the Arise News correspondent was in his entourage at the other end of the crisis situation. That is the Waterlines end of the crisis situation. We were there. We were at the GRO end where Tonye Cole entered from with few members of his party. That was what actually happened. The picture he painted in his interview, I was not there, so I would not be able to give a graphic details of what actually transpired. But to say that we, that is Arise correspondent, myself represented, was there. I wasn't there. I was the other end of the protest.
So you will not be able to clarify if indeed he slapped a married woman or he slapped a grandmother. You know, that's Tonye Cole, according to the account of Mr. Wanosike.
Well, the much I see, as at the point we walked in, he was having a conversation. What I noticed from the Kilimanjaro end where I stood because of safety was the fact that he was having a discussion with one of the PDP supporters. And what I started hearing from there was, go back, you are not going to access here. It was a few minutes after that altercation that bottles of water and pure water sachet started raining down on the APC governorship candidate. And the security details, of course, you know, they will not allow their principal to do that. So they tried to hurriedly, ferry him away from the scene. The slap incident, I did not see.
And we're still trying to ascertain who initiated the first point of fracas, whether it was the APC or the PDP on ground at the time. But Andy, as we see it behind you, there are quite a few people standing around. It seems like some people are eating as well. Can you tell us what the situation is like as of today?
Okay, thank you so much. This is day 2 of the protest by the PDP supporters. They had converged here this morning as early as 6 o'clock like they did yesterday. And their position is if the electoral umpire, INEC, is going to release the certified true copies of the last March 18th governorship election in Rivers State, it should never be released to only one political party. They want all political parties represented before the CTC documents are released. And they had gone ahead to threaten that they are going to do this till Friday. And so there is no going back from 6 o'clock till 11 p.m. in the night, because yesterday they left this venue that I am talking to you from now at about 11 a.m. in the night. They are behind me. They are singing, dancing, and gyrating, saying, look, INEC, do the writing. And the writing, according to them, is releasing the CTC documents to all political parties at the same time, but not just one political party like the APC wanted to do yesterday.
Now, Andy, very briefly, can you tell us if the governor has reacted to what's happening, at the INEC office, and what are security officials saying about this?
Well, there have been no official statement from security officials. In this case, I want to believe you're asking of the police commissioner, whose responsibility it is to take care of situations like this. There's been no official release. Yesterday, when we were trying to put our report together, I tried getting across to the first public relations officer here, police public relations officer, I should say, in the person of Grace Iringekoko, but she didn't pick any of my calls that I put across to her. I sent her an SMS, she didn't. I had also approached her when the raid occurred on a Saturday morning, and what she told me was the position of the force is that a press release has already been given. I should latch on to that press release because there is going to be no interview. We've not been able to access the police, but so far so good. To answer your question directly, there has been no official statement from the Nigeria police in Rivers State headed by the commissioner.
All right, Andy, and really quickly before we go, can you tell us how many parties have applied for the CTC?
Okay, I very well know that Accord Party had applied, PDP had also applied, All Progressives Congress had applied, Labour Party had applied, about 8 to 10 of them had applied. But the fear everyone is exercising here is, if they come together in one fell swoop to pick this CTC, there must just be something untoward. I think that is what the electoral umpire here, I'm not their spokesperson, but because of the volatile nature of Rivers politics, I don't see the electoral umpire bringing everyone together to come pick up this CTC document. But others are beginning to infer that probably somebody is asking a script. Whoever wrote that script and whoever is acting it, I really don't know.
Andy Omanu, thank you so much for giving us the update on what's happening in Rivers.